Good morning and happy hump day, everyone. Okay, let's see. What am I low? Am I high? My act of kindness. Well, my act of kindness is pretty easy. I actually did several things. I I'm blanking on what I did. I took out the garbage for my folks, especially since my mom is still recovering from knee surgery. I did the dehumidifier for my father. I put new bags in the garbage cans. That's another thing I did. What else did I do? While we continue to make use of the corn I got. Yeah, I actually got 10 years of corn, so we had 5 last night and 5 the night before and then 5 last night, so there you go. Let's see. Also, I would say that my high is, you know, what would my high? What are my low and my high? That's hard. I mean, nothing particularly bad happened, so I don't necessarily have what would be considered a low point in the day. I mean, I was with my family, so that would probably be my high. I guess I would have to say my low is, right now, it's kind of like a pretty meh part of the week. I mean, there isn't a movie coming out, to my knowledge, that I immediately want to go see. So it's not like I'm in any hurry to go. I mean, I really wish today was August 16th because that's when Pumpkin Spice returns to Dunkin'. Man, okay. So yes, I would have to say my low is, it's pretty boring right now at this moment in time. Wow, something incredibly crazy is going to happen. Right. So next week will be the return of Pumpkin Spice at Dunkin' Donuts. I'm very excited. You know, my inner white girl is going to be very pleased. Everyone has an inner white girl. They do. I've said this before and I'll say it again. If you acknowledge the existence of pumpkin spice, you have an inner white girl. If you deny the existence of pumpkin spice, therefore you are denying things, and therefore you have an inner white girl. Basically, no matter what you do, you have an inner white girl. White girls are very good at denying things. It's true. They are. Yeah, I'm actually working on some stand-up. That's actually a bit I'm working on. What do you think? What do you think? Yeah, who cares? I don't know, man. I like stand-up, and sometimes I'll do stand-up in the mirror in the bathroom sometimes. I'm working on some stuff. I am. I mean, I got at least 2 solid closers in my back pocket that I can use. For those of you who don't know, a closer is essentially like if you were doing like a stand-up special or like anything longer than 15 minutes or half hour, your closer is essentially the last joke you say that is like the big finale to what you're doing, you know? And my problem is I never really write anything down. I just sort of keep it up here. I should write it down more though. I really should. I don't know, I guess right now, in terms of stuff that's going to happen, well, my aunt's in town. She's also going to be helping out my mom while she's in recovery. My grandma is going to be leaving tomorrow, so tonight's the last night we're going to see her. Basically, with everyone, we're going to try and get everyone to get together, and we're going to have pizza. Not entirely sure where. I mean, ideally, since my folks live in Big Flats, Picnic Pizza would be the proper choice. But pretty much everyone in my family acknowledges the fact that Anilio's is the best pizza in this whole area because it is. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see what we do. Although, it's literally the biggest missed opportunity that Anilio's has is they have chicken wing pizza, but they don't serve chicken wings. They don't have a fryer. Yeah, I actually know some of the people who work there, so I happen to know a thing or two about the things that they do. I made that right. Actually, you know what I could do? As a Pokemon fan, the Pokemon had some new announcements regarding Scarlet and Violet, including some new Pokemon that have just been released. Let's see, where are they? Give me a second. Here we go. Let me also just okay, so I guess we could probably talk about the new DLC in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. I mean, again, I don't really play the games, but, you know, I still find everything fascinating because, I mean, see, we live in a day and age where there are over 1,000 Pokemon right now. Can you believe that? Over 1,000. And it really is fascinating, just like, I mean, I will admit, some of the Paradox Pokemon are kind of cheapies in terms of, you know, design. But at least they're trying to keep it a bit more different with the stats that they have, I suppose. So I guess that counts for something. But with the exception of like 2 regular Pokemon that were just released, only like none of them have like their types made out yet. Because all we got was like a whole bunch of legendaries. Like the legendaries you got were Monkey Dory, Okidogi, Fezandipiti, okay, like Serendipity. Okay. We don't know what their types are. We got the Paradox form of Raikou, which is Raging Bolt, which, okay. Actually, I'll go back to that in a second. And the Paradox form of Cobalion, which is Iron Crown. Ogerpon, Terrapagos, normal and terrestrial form. And none of them have like their types yet. Just the 2 types I'm about to mention now, which are Diplin, which I think is probably the Paldean version of Applin. Not entirely sure what it'll evolve into, but that'll be interesting. But here's the Pokemon I think that interests me the most, even more so than Raging Bolt, is and let me pronounce this, Archaludon. Like Archer, Arc, okay. But Arcos, sometimes the H in Arc can be silent, so I'm going to say Archaludon. And apparently, because here's the thing, in Generation 8, which would be Sword and Shield, there was already a Pokemon that everyone thought was fully evolved called, Duraludon, but apparently that evolved. And there was a Dragon Steel type too. Seriously, before this Pokemon, the only Dragon Steel type you ever got was Dialga. The the box Pokemon for Pokemon Diamond specifically. And I have to say, this is a pretty solid design. Not entirely sure what the stats are going to be. So we'll have to wait and see how that plays out. I really am here's the thing. Unfortunately, it's going to be a long time before I really ever have any desire to play the Pokemon. Here's the thing. I still love Pokemon. I always have, always will. And I'm always going to pay attention to like what's going on. But I just got to be so addicted trying to do like every single thing in the games. It just became more of a chore than an actual like gaming experience. Although I'll never forget, just recently, I forget which video Chugga Conroy did this, because everyone's complaining, make the Pokemon games harder, make the Pokemon games harder. And Chugga Conroy just literally shut them all up by saying, there's already a hard mode in Pokemon. It's use Pokemon that really aren't very good. That's all you gotta do. Or better yet, try beating a Pokemon game without evolving, provided that a Pokemon is able to evolve. Don't evolve them. See how hard that's gonna be. Seriously, I am not kidding. That's really how it is. Like, oh. And, like, I just talked about Dipplin a second ago. I'm pretty sure. Wait, hold on. Wait, Applin can evolve into Dipplin? How? I mean, it looks like Applin is the grass dragon form of Eevee. Only doesn't have as many evolutions. Because, you know, before now it had Frapple, it had Appleton, and now it's got Dipplin. Okay, I need to see what the stats of these Pokemon are. I do. I really want to see what they are. Well, for those of you who don't know, these Pokemon are DLC because I believe it's the if I remember correctly, because ever since Sword and Shield, and because those games are on the Switch, Nintendo can actually make DLC and add more to the games. And so, for Scarlet and Violet, you have the Hidden Treasure of Area Zero. And part 1, I believe, is the Teal Mask. And part 2 is going to be the Indigo Disc. Which, part 2 for sure is Terapagos. Yeah, Terapagos, excuse me. Terapagos, not Telapagos. Excuse me. And the Teal Mask is going to be for Ogerpon. So, Ogerpon and those 3 Pokemon I just mentioned earlier, Monkey Dory, Okidogi, and Pheasantipity. Which I really love the name. I love their names. The designs are actually pretty solid too, but I love their names. In a way, they're kind of puns. I love that. Although, considering that I'm looking, because here's the thing, they haven't said what their types are, but they've given out what their abilities are going to be, and they're all Toxic Chain. Meaning, they're all going to be poison types. And I'll be, ooh, I wonder if they'll be, I would guess, no, they're not going to be Poison Steel. I could see Pheasantipity being like Poison Flying because it looks like a bird, it looks like a pheasant. Monkey Dory, I could probably see being maybe Poison Psychic, perhaps? and Okie Dokie easily being poison fighting. I can definitely see those being a thing. I have to see. I have to see what happens from here. So, the way it usually works is because Scarlet and Violet came out around this time last year, give or take. And it's usually about we get a new game every 3 years. So I'm more than willing to bet this time next year, we're going to be getting an announcement for whatever the new core games are. I mean, for now, I really could do a video speculating on what the new games are going to be like. Specifically, what sort of land and on planet Earth they're based off of. Because, for those of you who don't know, Sword and Shield, actually, for those of you who don't know, Kanto, Johto, Hoenn, and Sinnoh are all based on areas in Japan. Unova was based on America. Kalos was based in Europe, with Lumio City clearly being Paris, France. Alola, I mean, come on, that's a dead giveaway. It's the Polynesian Islands. Sword and Shield are England, and Scarlet and Violet are more Spain. It's hard to say where they would go next from here. Some people theorize maybe something like Egyptian, perhaps, or maybe something more of a far-off north region, say, like Norway or something. They could do that. Some people, seriously, you really should take time to see like Pokemon fan art when people come up with like different types of new Pokemon stuff based on like the region of a specific area. It's really fascinating to see those designs because it makes you think, man, either people are getting, because some of these are so good they look like they're legit. It just goes to show that people have gotten better with art over time. But yeah, I like these new designs. They're very solid. You know, as soon as they're released, I can't wait to see what they're like competitively. I'm sure False Swipe Gaming is going to have a field day talking about what they do specifically, but we'll have to wait and see. I hope you like this video, like this YouTube, follow me on social media. And as always, I'm very home in this video for all of you guys watching over name. We have a wonderful Wednesday. Remember, you guys want to talk to us, we need to lend this right back. Take care and make good choices. 607 all day, baby.